Good evening, everybody. Hope you've had a good day. Welcome back. It's been a while. Had illnesses to deal with. Never any fun, but we made it through. So here we are back again. It's almost our 1 year anniversary, which will be on November the 1st. We're not planning anything forward or anything, but just thought I'd share. If you're new here, if you wouldn't mind to subscribe to the channel, that helps us get to more viewers. Give us a like at the very least if you like what you see. And there's going to be some artwork tonight that you'll see that I need to give shout out to James RPG Art. It's some incredible work, and you'll see it along with some other stuff. So that's what's coming up. And I was told I'm in charge of the recap tonight. So we need to go back to day 12, 5:48 a.m. You killed the two druids and the two berserkers on top of Yester Hill for the Yester Hill battle. No, I'm sorry, that was not the last one. Then the next thing is 5:48. We restart the session. 5:55. You take out Ludmilla, Strahd's second bride. 5:55. Dame climbs the statue. 5:57. Dame claims the green gem. 6 a.m. Lightning kills the ritualists. 6:05. They meet with Strahd at the Whispering Wall. 6:09. Strahd gives them gems for traversing the Whispering Wall. 6:10. Strahd leaves. 6:10. End session. So you had the whole big battle with the ritualists and the druids and the vampire bride. And if it weren't for Dame bashing through the vines, the wall of thorns, the tree blight would have been allowed to get out much sooner. So she did a good job with that. One thing I'd like to do is have everybody introduce their characters and give your name, your race, your class, and your levels. We'll start off first with Callisto.
Shit, man, I didn't know there was gonna be a quiz. I'm Callisto Ravencrow. I am a Tiefling Ranger, level 8. I don't know what you want, man.
That's about it. You should be level 8, you said, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right, next up is Chameleon. Chameleon.
Yeah, that's me. With the itty bitty fox. I'm a Kimbashi, and I am a thief. And that's me.
Okay. Next up is Gregor.
Oh, God. I'm Gregor, a retired human, current Warforged. I'm a cleric, a celestial domain cleric, which is a homebrew domain. That thematically fits my character better. And I'm level 8.
All right. And also to let you know, we're running DragnaCarta's reloaded version of Curse of Strahd, so there'll be some changes from the rules as written. Let me get zoomed back into the map properly. Do you all see where you're at?
No box.
You're down here in the bottom left of the map. So, lightning has destroyed the ritualist. The Wicker Man of Strahd has been destroyed by the lightning as well. But the Million grabbed the gem, which caused it to fall apart too, and to destroy everything that's going on. So you're left alone with just the ravens by your side, wondering what to do next.
My vote is to take a nap.
Say what?
Take a nap. Take a long rest.
Here?
Maybe not here. Find a place in the woods.
It is 6:15. You've only been up like an hour and 15 minutes.
I'm just so tired. I would argue at least a short rest, considering, we just went through a heck of a slog of battle. But if we don't need to do that, then
I'm fine with a short rest somewhere. At least far away from here.
The Gothias tree silently whispers in the wind. That's you're deciding what to do next.
What?
The Gothias tree, the tree that's made out of blood. The sap is blood.
Yeah.
Black roots, black limbs, black branches, blood for sap. It's off outside the ring of stones that the druids made, but it's still an evil tree.
Cass, did that tree just talk?
Do what?
I said, did that tree just talk?
Do you guys want to check out this tree?
Go for it.
Fuck no. Tree just pissed at me.
I found his wand the Kavad was asking about, says Muriel, and holds up a petrified wood wand.
What were we supposed to do with the wand again?
We're supposed to give it to Kavan.
Oh, yeah, that dude.
Yeah.
Are we sure we should give it to him?
He asked for it as a blessing for more information.
It seems kind of shady in my book, though. What do you guys
swear,
think?
if it ain't you, it's Betty. One of you's always suspicious of somebody.
What do you think he's going to do with it?
Not good stuff.
As far as I know, he's bound to his burial cairn. He can't leave there. So what trouble would it be to give him the wand he was asking for?
Fine, I'll allow it. I'll keep my eye on him.
So are we ready to head out then?
I am.
Yep, let's go.
Okay, you travel about 25 minutes and you get here, which is the branching off point for where Kavan's shrine is at.
When you say here, is that like here-ish?
No, you're close. It's 7 o'clock from where you tapped.
7 o'clock. Oh god.
I'm
Am I
making them 7 o'clock from there.
Okay.
11 o'clock from there.
Oh sweet Jesus.
I would have clicked on them, yes. Or do you not see the icon or the token?
No, I don't see any tokens.
There's a token.
There's a token there. Let me make sure it's not hidden. Let me
It's you.
hide it and then hide it.
Where's it at?
Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Maybe I need to refresh.
Yeah.
Should be in there.
Can everybody else see it?
Yes.
Okay.
I see Gregor's anyway.
That's the only one that's out there.
Okay, we're good.
Fast.
Okay. Huh. That's odd.
Try moving it real quick. Nope. What else?
Can you see that red ring?
Yeah, I can see the ring. And
All right, that's where you're at.
yeah.
Where are we going?
We're going back to see Kavan to give him the wand that he wanted.
And where's Kavan?
At his cairn,
Which is
just off the road into the woods a little bit from the way back to the winery.
Well, I suppose we head back that way then.
All right, Muriel steps forward, slices her palm again, and drips blood into the base of the cairn that has the blood drinker or blood drinker. I think it was. Is what it said.
Yeah.
And Kavan steps forward again. Ah, Muriel, it's good to see that you made it back. Let me get you a picture of him if I can find it. That guy.
That guy. Who looks suspicious.
Muriel hands over the wand to Kavan, and Kavan says, "This wand," he notes him somberly, was once wielded by those who connected our people to the Rosanna. Kavan stands before the party, his presence commanding and his voice heavy with the weight of ancient memories. He begins to speak, his tone dripping with a mixture of pride and regret. Nearly 1,000 years ago, I came to power as chieftain of my tribe. Arrogant, proud, I defied the old ways, the strictures my people had followed for generations. His eyes darkened as he continued. I ventured into the Whispering Wall, a barrier of thick fog said to hold the corpse of the Devourer, a monster slain by the ladies themselves long before even my time. Kavan's expression shifts, haunted. Inside the wall, I learned terrible secrets. I discovered the way to steal the Huntress' sacred spear from the forest fane, and I did. I took it for myself, claiming its power. He pauses, his lips curling into a bitter smile. With the spear, I waged war on the other tribes, bringing them to heel beneath my banner. For the servants of the Seeker, a clan of were-ravens, saw what I had become. They hid away the life-giving gems that blessed the fangs, concealing them from my grasp. At this, Kavan turns through his gaze towards Muriel, giving her a long, meaningful look. Though he does not say it aloud, there is a lingering suspicion in his eyes, a suggestion that perhaps she carries the legacy of those were-ravens. The druids of the first folk saw my ambition, my hubris, Gavon continues, his voice filled with bitterness. They condemned me, retreated to Soldav, their most sacred village in the Balanok Mountains. They named me enemy and banished me from Soldav for my crimes. When I died, I was not given the honor of being buried on Yester Hill with the great chieftains of the past. No, they buried me here, alone, far from my people, far from the graves of my forefathers. His voice falters for a moment, a flicker of pain crossing his face. I have been haunted by this isolation ever since my death. Alone in this cairn, separated from my people, cursed to wander these lands. The silence that follows is thick in the weight of the confession. You can sense the deep regret and anger that Kavan carries, his pride shattered by the long centuries of isolation. Let me ask you, have you ever betrayed anyone close to you?
No.
Not that you know of.
This week?
Has your pride wounded someone that you loved?
Probably.
Definitely.
Maybe.
I see.
We broke him.
I'm a cleric. My pride's definitely going to, hurt some people.
In my latter years, a tyrant by the name of King Darstron the Hellborn invaded this valley with his army, scattering my people, the first folk, and destroying our homes. He dammed up the Luna River to create farmland, shattering our faith in the Ladies Three. Where Darstron died, his armies withdrew, abandoning his fortress, but the damage was done. The first folk were left weak and divided. Years later, when Strahd invaded the valley, the wounds from Darstron's tyranny were still fresh. Many among the druidic caste, still angered by my betrayal and oppression when suffered under Darstron, sought out Strahd's protection. This led to a great schism among the first folk. Those who opposed Strahd retreated to Soldav. Those who favored him remained in the squelched wood. Today, the Barovians know us as the mountain folk and the forest folk. Our land, once called Koronos for my people, meant fertile land, has been corrupted by Strahd's will and magic. I don't fully understand the nature of this corruption, but I know that Strahd draws power from the land itself, and this profane connection causes great suffering to the creatures in the landscape of the valley. If you wish to cleanse this corruption, you must travel to Soldav and seek the guidance of an elder of the faith of the Rosanna among the mountain folk. Only an elder of the Rosanna can conjure and maintain the mist that shields Soldav from outsiders. Soldav is hidden deep within the Balanok Mountains, protected by a shroud of enchanted mist. As long as the mist remains, Soldav's enemies can never find it, nor can they remember where it lies. I can only recall the landmark that marks its entrance, a place in the mountains where two waterfalls converge. But be warned, without a token of the Ladies Three, you will never find the entrance, nor will Soldav's elders grant you entry.
How do we
Any
get
advice on how to get in there?
The tomb of King Darstron was hewn from stone beneath Darstron's fortress, which Darstron built in the eastern mountains, upon what is now called the Pillar Stone of Ravenloft. Should you all find it, you should take the spear from that tomb, and take it to the shrine of the Ladies Three in Soldav to reconcentrate it in the sacred spring there. This will help me redeem my past mistakes.
You sure about this?
I've told you as much as I know.
What if it doesn't work?
Then the land is truly doomed, I guess.
I guess we'll try.
That's all I can ask you to do. And remember me fondly. Go with the blessings of the ladies three, if they still listen, and he disappears into a puff of mist.
Should have used turn on the
All right.
So we're supposed to get a spear?
If you run across the spear of the weaver, or no, the spear of the huntress, then you can reconsecrate the weapon at the sacred pool in Soldav.
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to be a hard time finding, number one, where the sword spear is at. All right, so you move and you go back to the winery. I'm writing notes real quick, sorry.
It's okay.
It's 7:15 a.m. It looks like the sun would be up if you could see it now. It's 7:15.
So are you saying that we can't see the sun?
Not behind the mist and the clouds.
Oh, we're going to see at least some lightning up here and all this, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
You never truly see the sun at all.
Right.
Since you've been here. All right. All right, you go to the winery and you're greeted by Davey and Martikov, who sent you on this mission to rescue the gem to begin with. I see that you made it back. Were you lucky enough to find the gem?
Yep.
So lucky.
Well, that's incredible news. May I see it?
Here you go.
Who kept it?
Thank you. I'll put this back to good use, so we'll be having wine again in no time. Or more wine. We're behind in our shipments since the Druids attacked us, and we've got to make a journey to Krezk here shortly. Let's see. I guess, too, you need an explanation. You've come to know us as simple winemakers, but there's more to the Martikov family than meets the eye. I'm the leader of the Keeper of the Feather, a secret society of were-ravens dedicated to aiding those who stand against Strahd von Zarovich and his foul servants. Yes, you heard right. I'm a were-raven, as are all my children and grandchildren. We don't mistake our abilities for invincibility. Despite the power our curse grants us, we are spies, not warriors. Many among us are untrained in combat, and we fear the dark magic that Strahd wields. We operate in the shadows, gathering information, sowing seeds of rebellion, and aiding those who dare to challenge Strahd's rule. The keepers were first founded by my grandfather, Livius Martikov. He was the little-known accomplice of the paladin Lugdana, who rooted out nests of vampire spawn across the valley using the holy symbol of Ravenkind 100 years ago. As a younger man, Livius helped Lugdana and Burgomaster Ismark Antonovich steal the holy symbol of Ravenkind, then known as the Sigil of the Sun, from Castle Ravenloft shortly after Strahd began his hibernation. Livius himself stole it along with the Summon Strahd from the depths of the catacombs while Ismark and Lugdana distracted Strahd's servants and children. It was Ismark the Great who proposed renaming the sigil to the holy symbol of Ravenkind. He did it to inspire the Barovian people to conceal its origins, crafting a tale in which the angel in the shape of a raven delivered the relic to Lugdana directly. Livius always found this tale to be incredibly amusing. Lugdana continued to wield the holy symbol until her death, fighting the green god Chernavog, a greater demon conjured by the mad witch Chanta Zelena atop Yester Hill. The holy symbol was thought lost when Lugdana fell seemingly for good. So I'm assuming you have questions.
That's shocking.
Do what you gotta do.
One thing too that I meant to do at the very start was to read to you the Taroka reading from Madame Eva. There's one of them I want to read in particular. It was card 4. This card sheds light on one who will help you greatly in the battle against darkness. And the card is the Queen of Swords, Mist. A Vistana wanders this land alone, searching for her mentor. She does not stay in place for long. She seek her out at St. Markovia's Abbey near the Mists. That's the only direct name that you get in the reading. St. Markovia's Abbey.
What's the name?
St. Markovia.
Does that name have a meaning?
It's the name of the saint that built the abbey.
We heard that name before. Wasn't there something we were supposed to be searching for that came from him?
Markovia?
Yeah. Or am I thinking of somebody else?
There were the bones of St. Andrew that you looked for earlier.
That might be it.
Where's this abbey?
It's in Krezk. Is anybody having problems with the maps?
Well, like I said, I can't see my token, but let's see.
Okay, I can understand why that one's not loading. But why is now the Barovia map not loading? There we go. Okay. So you're asking Davian where the Abbey is?
Mm-hmm.
It's in Krezk. Have you been to Krezk yet? It is here on the map where it says Krezk, almost completely off the map.
Okay.
No, I don't think we've been there.
Oh, we've been there.
We have?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
To get Wolfsbane.
Okay.
So we gotta go back.
Well, actually, we were going to have a shipment of wine go up to Krezk today, if y'all wouldn't mind following along just in case, given how recent the attack was on us, I'd greatly appreciate it.
Why not?
And I'll give you this too. These are passed down through the generations of our family. It's a keeper's whistle. The keeper, once a day, the players can blow the whistle to summon the nearest were-raven agent of the keepers of the feather within 5 miles, if any. The agent takes a reasonable amount of time to arrive, flying from its current location to the location where the players blew the whistle. You can then ask the raven to do certain things for you.
Cool.
Okay. So you all decide to go with them to Krezk, guarding the wagon, the wine shipment.
Can we have
You-
first breakfast first?
You can have breakfast. You can even take a short rest now if you want.
Yeah. Right, all them hit die.
Are y'all going to take a short rest?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. 7:30 a.m. Short rest at winery. Do you all help with the loading of the wine?
They're not going to pay us for anything, are they? Yeah, I guess I can.
Okay. It takes a while to get behind the mixing barrels that were hidden and load them up on the wagon. So it's going to be about 9 o'clock by the time you leave, heading for Krezk. Muriel is staying with you, though. Not staying with you, though. She's staying here at the winery for now. Or she may go back to Valaki.
Brave girl.
All right. 30 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour. An hour later, you arrive at Krezk. It's gotten much colder since you started heading east or west. I mean, snow's coming down. I've got to get another map out for you. Do y'all see the artwork?
Oh, that's pretty.
Is the snow moving?
Yeah.
Good.
Very cool.
The road branches north and climbs a rocky escarpment, ending at a gatehouse built into a 20-foot high wall of stone, reinforced with buttresses every 50 feet or so. The wall encloses the settlement on the side of the snow-dusted mountain spur. Beyond the wall, you see the tops of snow-covered pines and thin, white wisps of smoke. The somber toll of a bell comes from a stone abbey that clings to the mountainside high above the settlement. The steady chime is inviting, a welcome change to the deathly silence and the oppressive fog to which you have grown accustomed to. It's hard to tell at this distance, but there seems to be a switchback road clinging to the cliffs that lead up from the walled settlement to the abbey.
And the looks of that hill, it looks like it might be faster to just climb it. But I guess we're not going to do that with the wagon.
No. You're hidden. You're not here. Okay. How big are the squares? You can see in the bottom left corner of the map, that's what the gatehouse looks like. One square on this map equals 50 feet. So it's more like a town map.
One square is 50 feet, and why is Callisto standing so far awkwardly away from us?
Yes, Billy.
Jeez. I can't.
The air grows colder as you approach the walled settlement. Two square towers with peaked roofs flank a stone archway into which is set a pair of 12-foot tall, iron-bound wooden doors. Carved into the arch above the door is the name Krezk. The walls that extend from the gatehouse are 20 feet high. Atop the parapet, you see four figures wearing fur hats and clutching spears. They watch you nervously. One of the Marnikovs, Elvir, hollers up at him. Hey, Bob, let us in. We're here with a shipment of wine for you. Oh, okay, very good, very good. And after a few minutes, the gates open up and you all can go inside.
Strahd has to
Who
do
are these strangers you have with you?
Protection.
It's us, Bob.
Have I seen you before? You look familiar.
Yeah,
we
you've
can-
seen us.
Ah, that's right. You helped the Baron with his missing son.
Sounds
Among
like
other things, but sure.
We get around.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll run and get the Baron for you.
Snap, snap.
Put some food on it.
Let's see. It's daytime, so all right. The guard leads you to a cottage. The cottage before you is the largest structure you've seen within the village, still but modest in its design. Its outer walls are constructed of sturdy pine logs, weathered by time but well maintained. A thick thatched roof slopes gently above, crowned by a stone chimney from which a thin wisp of smoke rises into the air. The windows are small but adorned with simple lace curtains, offering a glimpse of a warmer interior. Nearby, in a fenced area, reveals a small garden, the earth freshly turned and bearing a variety of herbs and vegetables. To one side of the cottage, a narrow path leads to a small family graveyard, its tombstones casting long shadows in the gray light.
Are we going inside?
Greetings. It's good to see you again. How are you doing? This is the
Pretty
Baron
good.
talking to you.
We have had a doozy of a day.
And how?
Well, what happened? Come in. Let me come in out of the cold.
That's awfully kind of you.
It's the least we can do for bringing wine for us.
We didn't bring it. We were just the bodyguards.
Still, though, that's very thankful for you. There's a picture of the
That's who
Baron
we
and his
are.
wife. Huh?
That's who we are.
Well, it's good to have people of your ilk in our world still. Sometimes it seems like there's nothing left to hold on to.
Kind of gathered that.
When you enter the cottage's front door, the heavy wooden door creaks open to reveal an entryway with a worn rug underfoot. The scent of pine wood mingles with the earthy aroma of burning logs from a nearby fireplace, and a simple wooden table sits beside the door, holding a bowl filled with small trinkets. A mounted hand-carved board holds two hanging coats, one size for an adult and one for a young child, with two pairs of boots hanging beneath the coats. Two additional empty pegs shut out from the board beside them. Let me get the map back. Now, the map is not accurate to the description. It's kind of close, but it's the closest I could find. Come in. Let's sit in the living room. And please call me Dimitri. This is Anna, my wife, Anna Krezkova, who hollers from the kitchen, "Hey, it's good to see you. Thanks for helping out."
Nice to meet you.
I take it you're planning on staying here tonight?
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be a bad idea. We could probably use a long rest.
Well, would you mind helping out with some chores first?
What kind of chores?
Feeding the chickens, mucking the hogs, slopping the hogs, weeding the garden, milking Celeria's cow for milk so he can churn some butter. Chores. It's like a commune here. We don't have any outside influence really except for wine.
We
I'll
could
feed the
still make
chickens.
camp outside somewhere.
I'll be outside. No, thank you. I'll just leave outside.
Well,
these are the chickens.
There's no other inn, and really no one else has room to spare. We have our son Ilya's room that's open that you could sleep in. We have a guest room as well. But if you wouldn't mind helping out with some chores, that we'd greatly appreciate it. A day's work is never done.
Mine is.
Where's the chickens?
Out here by the pigs.
When we to the piggies, I'll go make some bacon.
I'm gonna go feed the chickens.
Okay.
Keep
Okay,
the fox in the house.
What were some of the other choices?
Milking a cow from Soldabja's cow, a couple houses down. Everybody make a perception check as you're out doing your chores.
Just to see if we're perceived being taken advantage of.
Or Toby and very close.
I'm just feeding chickens.
Gregor and Callisto, you notice in the graveyard there's a boulder that's pretty, it's about 5 feet tall, and up sitting on top of it is a small girl in a light woolen dress with no shoes on.
Well, I think that Callisto should go talk to her because it would send the wrong impression if some random dude just walked up to this little girl and started asking questions.
She's up here whenever you want to talk to her, if you want to talk to her.
Yeah, I'll go talk to her.
Okay. Move on up there. Is anyone else going with her?
Oh.
She's over here.
I'll stay somewhat behind. Within shouting distance.
Irina will join you. And let me get a picture of the girl. You all see her?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna follow Callisto.
Okay. She's just sitting there, staring at something off in the distance. Let me
Where?
see if I got. Hold on 1 second.
Are you gonna attack? There you go.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Yeah.
Where are you at? There you are. I'll move you up here with everybody else. It's
Done
her. Okay. Tombstones, some weathered by time and others freshly carved, mark the resting places of the Krezk family in this small, snow-dusted graveyard. A small grave, freshly dug but vacant, stands apart from the others. A young, dark-haired girl sits atop a boulder nearby, her hands hugging her knees to her chest as she stares silently at a small grave. She wears a thin tunic and no shoes. Her small body is so still that she seems almost to be a statue.
Hello,
I'm
child.
gonna
Are you
ask
okay?
her if she's okay.
Do what?
I'm gonna ask her if she's okay.
Okay, ask her.
Are you okay?
She doesn't respond.
Do you need help?
How close are you away from her? How close are you away? How far away from her are you?
Do you see me?
Yeah, that where you're at?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever had a bad dream you couldn't wake up from?
Yes.
What did you do?
I forced myself to wake up.
If something bad happened, but then went away, is it like it never happened?
It takes time.
Sometimes the memories haunt us for a while.
I don't think bad dreams ever really go away.
Why?
It's just a feeling I've had since a few days ago.
What's happened?
Suddenly, Anna Brake comes out the door and exclaims, "There you are, Kala. You can't go outside without a coat or boots. You'll catch cold." She then scoops Kala up and brings her inside. Anna awkwardly apologizes for Kala's macabre thoughts and claims that she didn't like this ever since she took ill a few days ago. And she meddles her up inside the house.
Well, that was interesting.
So what do you all do? Go back to your chores?
Yeah, yes, go back to the chores.
I would
What
assume
other-
I've done finished. I want to go talk to Mama.
Okay.
Where is she?
Down here in the kitchen. Well, we're calling the kitchen anyway.
What happened to your daughter?
She fell ill a few days ago. She's not been quite right since then.
What kind of illness?
She has nightmares all the time, and she'll wake up with marks on her. Roll an insight check.
Everybody?
No, just a million.
Okay. What are you doing? Oh, yeah, she went after the mom.
All right, you need a roll, though.
I'm trying.
You can tell she's hiding something, but you can't tell what.
I get the feeling you're not telling me the whole truth.
Well, it's just been that with everything going on, she took ill. I'm not sure what caused it.
Have you tried anything to help her?
We took her to see the abbot. Actually, the abbot came to see us, if I'm to be truthful about it.
Why would he come to see you?
He likes to check in on his flock from time to time.
Do you think he had a feeling that she was ill?
Very well, he could have. I didn't want to waste his time with asking her to heal her yet, though. Needed some time for just some fresh air would do her some good, probably.
Who is this Abbott, and how do I get in contact with him?
The abbot lives up in the Abbey of Saint Markovia. Why do you want to see the abbot?
I want to ask him what he knows.
He's a strange one, to say the least. You may not get the answers out of him that you think you need.
You'd be surprised.
Ah, boisterous, I see.
Absolutely.
Well,
There.
walk through the rest of the village up to the switchback road that climbs up the mountain butte, and that'll take you to the Abbey. But it's already late enough now. Why don't we wait till tomorrow and you can go then.
Okay. Are these our beds?
Click. Yeah, we'll say that's your guest room.
Okay.
As you're sitting down to dinner of borscht and rye bread with butter and tea laced with nutmeg they got from a Vistani caravan, a knock comes on the door. And it's Soldavia, the woman whose cow Gregor's milked. Lady Krezk looks surprised. Soldavia, what are you doing here? And then all of a sudden, without any notice or any change at all, there's a man standing there in front of her who is wearing a brown monk robe with a symbol of the Morning Lord on his chest, wearing it around on a necklace. And he looks in as, oh, Anna, I didn't realize you had guests. Everybody roll an insight check. Everybody sees the blood rush out of her face, and Baron Dimitri as well.
Where did it go? I'm sorry. Literally.
Who gave you the weed?
I'm gonna ask her if this man is welcome here.
Yes, he is. The monk, the abbot, asks if it's a sin to visit the home of his friends and neighbors, especially, glancing at Anna, friends and neighbors who may soon be family. I see no harm here.
Well, that's good.
I'm sorry, let me introduce myself. I'm the abbot.
Oh. Must have heard us talking about you.
I came to speak to Anna and Dimitri to see if anything has changed.
With their daughter?
Yes. What is wrong with their daughter?
I thought you knew that.
I saw her a day or two ago. Is she not fine still?
No.
What's wrong with her?
She's having nightmares, bad visions. She needs help.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt, but you smell like a fox. Very much so. Would you like me to take care of that for you, dear?
No, because I raise foxes.
I understand that. That's not exactly what I mean. You've been touched by the wolf. By the fox, I mean.
Yes, I have, and I'm okay with that.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. How do you like the village? A quaint and quiet settlement, no?
I agree.
The children of Krezk have always seemed healthy and well protected. The Krezkovs have been good stewards of this land, haven't they?
I would assume so.
I see by your weapons you're no strangers to the dangers outside these walls. It's good that the good people of Krezk are protected, isn't it? From the threats that lurk beyond.
Are they?
Yes. Isn't it beautiful how such a small, fragile thing can exist on the corners of the Strahd's domain?
Isn't it odd that a small girl is having an illness that causes her nightmares and fear in this protected village?
She just needs time to readjust
Readjust from what?
from whatever it was that she saw that damaged her mind.
And what do you think that is?
I have no idea. There are a number of things. She could have seen a werewolf, and it could have shaken her to her core.
In this town?
Not in the town, I would say, no, but outside
Because
the
she
walls.
walks outside the walls?
Do what?
Are you assuming that she's walking outside the walls?
Possibly. I don't know how children act.
Well, given by the reaction of her parents, I doubt they would let her go outside these walls.
I see.
Do you believe that there might be something in these walls that is causing this problem?
No, I don't think so.
Why?
Why what?
Why would you not think so? You think walls are ultimate protection?
The wolves they have around Krezk have done their job for years, countlessly now.
Yes, well, walls fail, don't they?
Yes, but these haven't. These won't for some time yet.
And you know this how?
The morning Lord talks to me.
Vale talks to me.
Vale, you say?
Yes,
I've not heard of her before. Is that your goddess?
that is my goddess, and she's not from here.
I see. Interesting.
Convert them.
It is true that many instruments of the gods have first rejected their calling, but it is not written that those who refuse to serve the divine become the tools of the divine, while those who serve the divine themselves become the divine. The choice, I fear, is never an easy one. And he looks meaningful at Dimitri and Anna. Well, I apologize for disturbing your meal. You will consider my words tonight, I hope, he says, bowing deeply. May the light of the morning, Lord, go with you. He then departs the cottage. Through the front door of the cottage, beneath the fresh falling snow, the young man's silent silhouette stands broad in a halo of dark moonlight. Then, within the blink of an eye, the man simply ceases to be. In his place, an eagle, taller than a man, stands upon the earth. its feathers blending seamlessly with the falling snowflakes. With the powerful flaps of its wings, the creature ascends along into the night sky until it vanishes into the depths of the Barovian darkness.
I yell out,
Dimitri and Annie collapse to their knees, crying quietly.
"May Vale open your eyes."
You're saying that to the abbot as he leaves? Or to and Dimitri and Anna?
To the abbot.
Okay. He flies off.
It's like an owl, man. Well, what now?
As you see Dimitri and Anna retire back to the living room. I guess I should move them.
Are we all back in the house?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think my ass is still in the woods, but
No, you're at the table now, man.
I thought we were having dinner.
You are having dinner, but before you get to dinner, you find Dimitri sitting by the fire, his face lined with grief. Anna Krezk sits nearby, her hands folded in her lap, though her knuckles are white with tension. The atmosphere in the room is somber, and it's clear that the Krezkovs have been through a terrible ordeal. Dimitri, his voice strained with emotion, begins to speak, breaking the silence.
Oh, no.
Recently, we were attacked, Dimitri says, his voice cracking slightly. A werewolf managed to bypass our walls. It went on a rampage, killing and wounding many of our people. But the worst of it, he pauses, his breath hitching as tears begin to well up in his eyes. The worst of it was our daughter Kala. Anna lowers her head, her eyes glistening as Dimitri continues. I held her in my arms as she died. Half her side, it was missing. She kept whispering Daddy and Mommy over and over again until she fell still. Dimitri's voice breaks completely as he sobs, burying his face in his hands. Anna, her voice soft but trembling, adds, Our son Ilya vanished in the chaos. For days we feared him dead as well. She looks at the players with a slight glimmer of hope in her eyes. If you found him, then you know how close we came to losing both our children. Dimitri wipes his eyes, trying to steady himself. We prayed, he says, in a hoarse voice. We prayed to the Morning Lord for guidance, for mercy, for anything, and the abbot answered. The mention of the abbot sends a shiver through the room. Dimitri's expression turns dark as he recounts what happens next. The morning after, two creatures, bestial, twisted things that are called themselves Otto and Zigfrak, came to us. They invited us to the Abbey. Dimitri's hands clenched into fists. There, the abbot offers us the deal. He promised us to bring Kava back, to give her life again, but at a cost. Anna interjects, her voice shaking. He wanted my heart. He said if I sacrificed my heart, he could use it to give life to his creation, his flesh column, Basilka. Dimitri looks horrified, unable to hide the anger in his eyes. To my horror, Anna accepted. And the abbot, he kept his promise. Dimitri's fist unclenched and his shoulders sank into defeat. Kala was resurrected. Anna speaks again, her voice filled with quiet dread. The abbot gave me a month. He called it the Morning Lord's mercy. A month to make peace with my family before I give up my heart. Dimitri chokes on her words, barely able to continue. We have only 2 weeks left now. 2 weeks, and then Anna, when Anna finishes for him, her eyes hollow. Kala, Carla hasn't been the same since she came back. She gazes into the fire, her face haunted. She barely speaks. She spends most of her time staring at the grave that we dug for her. I think she remembers what it was like to die, and whatever she saw, it's left her broken. Dimitri reaches for Anna's hand, and her face is filled with desperation. We don't know what to do. We thought of bringing back Kala would bring his soul again, but instead, it feels like we've lost her all over again, and so soon I'll lose Anna too. The room falls into a heavy silence, the Krezkov's grief hanging in the air. The players listening are left with the weight of the Krezkov's sorrow and the ominous bargain they made that struck with the abbot.
Savannah,
Yeah.
Anna, Belle protects you. You are strong. You can overcome anything. She is here for you, and she will be your guide. You have nothing to fear. You will live.
How can I live if I promised my heart to save my daughter?
Because the heart cannot be sacrificed.
I don't understand. I promised the abbot that I would give him my heart. And
The abbot is evil.
no, the abbot is good. He's
No,
just
the abbot is evil.
misunderstood.
He wants your heart for nefarious purposes.
I'm sure his purposes are good.
I hate that you're so naive, but I promise you the protection of Vale. She will save you.
What should I do?
Love.
I do love.
And then you will be okay, and she will be okay. The power of love is stronger than this abbot.
Well, I guess there's nothing to be done now. Just finish dinner. And if you want to speak to the abbot again tomorrow to see what he can tell you more, or if you could talk him out of it, maybe. I don't know. There might be a small chance of doing that.
Oh, it will be done. And I will speak to the abbot tomorrow. At this point, I would like to go to bed, though, if that's okay.
Okay. Sure, that's fine. Are you going to sleep in Ilya's room or in the guest room?
Guest room.
Okay. Is anyone going to sleep in Ilya's room?
I mean, I can. It's going to be.
Eat you.
Where are you going to sleep, Gregor?
Just watch. What was that?
You're in the room, the guest room too?
Well, I was going to go with Callisto.
Callisto's room. The bed in the smallest bedroom is neatly made, covered with a hand-stitched quilt. A wooden shelf above the desk holds an assortment of curios. A feather, a small rock crystal, and what appears to be a wolf's tooth. A small weapons rack hangs on the wall, currently holding a short sword and a hunting bow with a quiver of arrows beneath it. A round window with a simple lace curtain lets in a sliver of natural light, illuminating a hand-drawn map tacked to the wall beside it. Do you look any further in the room?
Sure.
What are you looking at, the map?
Yeah, I want to inspect the map.
All right, it shows the area, the local woods around Krezk, visiting as far south as the Wizard of Wines and as far east as Lake Baratok. You observe a piece of small piece of parchment tucked away from behind it. You remove it, you get to see a sketch. This sketch depicts a woman with narrow, low-set eyes whose lips seem to unconsciously curl into a snarl. A gray bandana ties back a set of thick fur, short-cropped dreadlocks behind her head, and a half-shirted black tunic lies beneath a set of worn leather armor upon her chest. And I have a picture of her that you see in the picture. That's what she looks like. This charcoal sketch is behind the map. What's everyone's passive perception?
15.
16.
All right. You notice that she shares a striking resemblance to the burgomaster Dmitry Kreskov. Like maybe his sister.
Is that the dude that we murdered?
No. Isaac and Baron Volakovich are you killed.
Okay.
Now the guy whose house you're at, it looks like it's his sister.
I got you.
Callie, you want to take it out and show it to him? Both of us?
Yeah, just take it out and show it to him.
Sure.
Okay.
Taking it out.
Do what?
I have no idea what we're doing.
She said taking it out.
I'll do it.
All right, you show Dimitri, and his face pales. Where did you find that?
In your daughter's room.
Son's room.
Son's room.
That's impossible. I did wrong on my older sister, Zuilika, and she has not been seen in Krezk in nearly 13 years.
Think she's a werewolf?
What makes you say that?
Why else would your son have a picture of this woman?
What? I don't understand the connection.
You haven't seen her in 13 years. Your son, who was mauled by a werewolf, suddenly has this picture in his room. He also has a map.
We don't know if he's been mauled by werewolves or not. We just can't find him until you all came and had the witch do the seeing for us. So we know that he's in a cavern being held hostage.
And do you think she took him?
I don't know. I don't think she would, but she always has been hot-headed.
It's a mystery.
Well, considering you haven't seen her in 13 years, it's quite a possibility. Do you know what cave he might be in?
No, we don't. Esmeralda de Avnir is looking for him and trying to hunt down the werewolf den, but she's not had any luck here lately. She's a Vistani monster hunter.
She's a what?
Vistani monster hunter.
Do you think the connection between the two might keep them better hidden?
I don't know.
So, do you have any explanation for the picture of your sister in your son's room?
No, I don't know how it got there or how it could have got there.
You think he sees
Well, obviously he's seen her.
maybe he's seen
He doesn't much. I didn't think he was that good at art, though. Like
Yeah,
someone else drew
you're
it. I don't
wrong.
know.
Where's your son? Maybe we can ask.
He's in the woods. He's in a cavern, you all said.
Oh.
You said.
No, don't you remember when you... Okay, out of game. The first time you came to Krezk to get the wolf's bane, they wouldn't let you in until you got a scrying done from Tanta Yagara.
Oh yeah.
And the scrying was for their son, who was held in a cavern hostage. So that's what's happening there.
So I guess we need to go back there.
Back to the werewolf den?
Yeah.
Quite possibly, yeah. All right, I guess it's time we all head to bed.
All right.
Yay! Finally.
We're trying to nap since we started.
Longest day ever. Okay. Let me hit my screen. Okay.
All right, as you're settling down to sleep, there's a small knock on your door.
Seriously. What?
Not on your door, Callisto, on the other door.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm just watching you sleep.
So pretty much normal nap.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Dominion, are you in the guest room?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to answer the door.
It's Kala. But I showed you pictures of Kala, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can I talk to you for a little bit?
Sure.
Why do monsters like the dark so much?
What?
Why do monsters like the dark so much?
It hides them better.
Have you ever seen a monster?
Many.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you beat the monsters?
I think most of them.
Well, that's good. I was hoping maybe you could help me, but I don't want you to let my mom and dad know. I don't want to make them sad.
Okay, what do you need?
Hold on, my screen just went black. Okay, what's going on?
We're here.
I've just got my screen just went black. My mouse pad's not responding. My mouse is not responding. All right, here's what we're gonna try to do. I'm gonna reboot my PC and see if that does anything to fix it. And if not, then give me 10 minutes to play it safe. And if I'm not back in 10 minutes, close out the session.
You try refreshing too. That helped me earlier.
I can't even see a screen to refresh.
Oh shit.
My screen just went black. I mean, everything.
Yeah.
He hard
All
crashed.
right. So I'll be back in a little bit, hopefully.
Hopefully, hopefully. Well, I guess we can just take a good break for a minute and just kind of leave the window open in case Deke pops back in. How you doing, Betty?
I'm good.
Me too. I have a belly full now and I'm tired.
Finally able to drink alcohol again. I was sick for over a week.
Oh. I know you said that you had a stomach bug or something.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. It was rough. I was projectile vomiting all over the house.
Fun.
Yeah.
Well, glad you're feeling better.
Thank you.
Did anybody else in the house get it?
Jeff was sick for like 3 days, but I don't think that's what this was. I think he saw me vomiting everywhere and it turned his stomach.
Oh, no, I haven't.
Can you hear me, Betty?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, everything just got dead quiet. I was making sure that we didn't like lose everybody.
I see a spirit.
Apparently Deke's still having difficulties.
There we go. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah. By the way, I undid my dagger, so I took the circle off.
You're not attuned to your dagger anymore? Okay. All right, so we're back to talking to Kala. Because she doesn't want to make her parents sad. My parents won't tell me, but I think that I died. And I think that the abbot had something to do with her coming back. Don't remember exactly what happened, only a flash of teeth and claws and blood and pain. Then I remember being somewhere dark, filled with mist and distant screams. I felt like I was supposed to go somewhere, she mumbles, but the mist stopped me. Every time I tried to leave, it brought me back to the screams of the darkness. Eventually, she woke once more into her body, healed and whole, without any more pain. Her parents took her home and lavished her with love and care, but Kyla could tell they were nervous and afraid, as if one wrong move could break her. She said nightmares of her sinister resurrection, dreams of the monster that killed her, and of the dark place she went to when she died. She believes that confronting the monster will allow the nightmares to stop. I had snuck outside to play in the garden the night that I died, and the monster came from the wine cellar beneath the house. I want you to wait until my parents are asleep and then bring me there and keep me safe so I can see the monster or confirm that it's gone forever. I need to see for myself. I don't want to be afraid of the dark anymore.
Is my undead ding donger going off around her?
No.
Okay.
So it was in the cellar?
Yes, it came up from the cellar.
In your house?
Outside the house where you get to the root cellar, yes.
How do you think it got in here?
I don't know. I just know it came from the dark cellar.
Why do you want to go back?
I want to make sure that it's not there anymore, that it won't harm me anymore.
Can we go in your place?
I have to see it myself. Only then will I no longer be afraid of the dark anymore.
Sounds fishy. I'll grab my hammer off the wall and drag it along behind me. Let's do this.
All right, so you're following Kala?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Paula,
All right. Yes?
make you invisible.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to make her invisible.
What do you cast invisibility?
Yeah.
Okay. She brings you all out to what I'm calling those planks on the wall on the floor are the doorway to the wine cellar. A heavy wooden bulkhead door stands against the cottage, on the side facing the garden. Close inspection reveals the two of its hinges are broken and the lock is battered and broken. The center of the door bulges slightly outward as though struck from a great force. The door opens to a descending set of stone stairs that open into the wine cellar. This room is chilly, and the walls are lined with empty wooden racks that once held bottles of wine. The scent of damp earth is pervasive. The floor bears a trail of deep gouges and claw marks. The marks lead to a bare spot between two wooden racks, covering a portion of the far stone wall approximately 3 feet across.
Okay. What now, gang?
Spelunk the cellar depths.
Well, you see the secret door there on the wall because it's cracked. Thin crack from the wall to the floor, 0.6 feet above the ground. You can force open the door, or you can try to find some way to open it.
Can I investigate it further before I start,
Yeah, roll an investigation. Roll.
No. It's the door, all right.
I'm going to refresh. I'm not seeing your roll.
It was an 8.
Okay. And it's just a busted door, secret door.
Gregor, you want to open this thing up?
I suppose I'm just gonna grab onto it and give it a good yank.
Strength check.
Kerplow. Oh man, I'm just not feeling it either.
No, you're sure not.
I'm gonna try my good arm. What? Oh man.
Can we block,
Maybe. Can you what?
block it?
Without opening it?
Yeah.
There's a wine shelf rack in the middle of the room that you could scoot back in front of it.
Hey, Gregor.
You really want me to try this?
Come on, big boy.
You could look for a secret way to get in.
Ooh. Is there anything to pull on? Any levers, bookcases?
Roll an investigation check.
Damn it. What is all these eights?
All right, you search for a minute. You don't see anything right off, but you search for a minute. And you find, if you pull on a certain candlestick at the end of one of the racks, that it opens the door as much as it can with it being busted. But you can get into the room now, the hidden basement.
Nice.
Here is thick and musty. 3 sets of heavy silver shackles are bolted to the stone walls, with 2 surrounded by disturbed half circles of salt. Claw marks marred the walls and floor, and the silver shackles bolted to the east wall have been heavily damaged, with one shackle burst open and the other torn from the wall entirely.
Who wants to go first?
Well, I'll go ahead and take a gander. I'll check these shackles out, see if I can determine why it's busted.
It was busted because something busted its way out of it.
I went back to talk to the parents.
The parents are actually at the top of the stairs to the cellar.
Son of a bitch, we were set up.
I'm sure you have questions, Dimitri says quietly when he first arrives. His eyes are haunted and sad, and his gaze lingers somberly on Call's face. I ask only that you not judge us too harshly when you hear the answers. Dimitri sits heavily on a storage chest, and his face shattered with the weight of decades of burden. Anna stands behind him, her hands resting on his shoulders, her expression filled with quiet grief. Dimitri clears his throat, the words coming slowly. 80 years ago, my grandfather was bitten by a werewolf. He survived, but the curse of lycanthropy stayed with him like a shadow until his death. Since then, it has passed through our family. Sometimes it skips a generation, but it's always there. It's always waiting. His eyes, hollow with sorrow, shift to the players. The curse shows itself the first full moon after Inspector Krezkov's 13th birthday. I was born a werewolf, he admits quietly. I knew the signs, the restless nights, the hunger, the aggression. His voice cracks as he speaks, but presses on. When Ilya was born, we hoped that he might escape it. But as his 13th birthday approached, the signs came. His hearing sharpened, his appetite grew, and his eyes, they took on that cursed amber hue. Dimitri shakes his head, his hand gripping the edge of the table tightly. We did what we always do. Anna brewed him a potion of wolfsbane, and we bound him beside me in the cellar on the night of the full moon. We thought we had done everything right. Anna's soft voice joins in, trembling with the memory. But it wasn't enough. The potion failed him. When Ilya transformed the rage, the strength inside him, it was too much. He broke free of the chains. He escaped. Her voice falters and she looks away. He killed Kala, Dimitri says, his voice barely a whisper now. Our daughter, his sister. His fist clenches, tears well up in his eyes. Ilya fled after that into the Swallow woods. We've searched, we've sent parties, but there's been no sign of him. I fear the woods have claimed him. Silence falls over the room, heavy with grief and regret.
I mean, it sounds like he can take care of himself.
But he's being held.
Well, obviously not.
So
He is now.
I have an important question here.
Okay.
Is little girl not invisible with us over here and all this?
Yeah, she's hearing it.
Okay. Just wondering how she's processing all this.
Oh, probably not well.
So
Already traumatized from living through it the first time.
that's our story. I don't know what else we can ask of you. Hopefully, we'll find him. Hopefully, Esmeralda will find him and bring him back home where we can keep him under control. Maybe he didn't drink the potion like we thought he did. Maybe he tricked us for some reason. I don't know.
Well, if there's nothing we can do to help, I wish you all the luck with retrieving your son.
Are they still in there?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's time to take care of business.
What business is that?
You've hurt your family. You've let things that shouldn't live. And I'm going to end it.
What are you going to do?
What do you think I'm going to do?
You're not going to kill Ilya, are you?
Who?
Ilya,
I'm going to
my son.
up in your freaking basement.
You're what?
I'm going to kill the dudes in your basement.
What dude's in the basement?
The werewolves.
He's gone, bud. He got loose.
Yeah, he got loose and got out and killed Kala and ran out of the city.
He hit the road, Jack.
Well, why don't we all go back to bed and sleep until the morning, and maybe we'll hear word from Esmeralda that he's been found at some point.
Well, again, wish you all the luck.
Are y'all going to sleep here again?
I mean, I guess.
Do I have to milk the cow?
Cow's already been milked.
Oh, phew. Okay.
We already did our chores. By God, I'm getting my sleep.
Where am I? Okay.
All right.
You guys want to call it around here? I'm getting tired.
Yeah, hold on 1 second, though.
Okay.
All right, it's 11 p.m. and everyone's going to take a long rest. And I forgot to tell you, back when you returned the gemstone to Davy and Mordekov, everybody gains 2,500 experience points.
Nice.
Let me know when everybody's got their XP done.
That puts us at 46, 14.
I have how many to get to 9th.
It's 4,800. Wait, 48,000. 46,414, or at least me and Sheena do.
Okay. Well, everybody, I guess that's going to be it for tonight. Hopefully, we'll be back next week on Monday. Knock on wood to nobody gets sick again. And we'll be back to see what happens next in Krezk. If you watched this far, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment too to let us know you're watching us. And that will be it. Goodbye, everybody. Have a good night.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.